Lo mejor de todo, según los expertos, es que el Titanic es el más...
At Key Elementary School in Arlington, Virginia, Cal helped design and implement a program called Two-Way Immersion, where English speakers and Spanish speakers are in the same classes and learn each other's languages while they study school subjects.
The idea of the two-way programs is that it's possible to develop the proficiency in both languages, that their first language doesn't have to be replaced in order for them to develop very high levels of proficiency in a second language. So all students are expected to achieve high levels of oral language proficiency, reading and writing ability in both English and a minority language, while they're also developing academic proficiency, academic competence.
Desde aquí hasta aquí es 70 grados, luego puedes conectarlos.
Fifth grader Seth Kolker has attended Key since kindergarten. Although he comes from an English-speaking family, Seth spends half of his school day speaking only Spanish, in subjects such as math, science, and social studies. He is fluent in both languages.
I think learning a second language early on has several advantages. It provides an opportunity to kind of think in two different ways from the very beginning. It's never occurred to my children that there aren't at least two ways to say things, and I think as a way of viewing the world, that's a real gift.
Well, I like the fact that you just know a second language. You just have so many more opportunities. You can go to another country, you can have a bigger variety of jobs when you grow up.
Here, although we don't get a lot of new students in the later years, but once in a while we'll get a child from a South American country who is coming new to the United States. That child right away is part of the Spanish class. That child can perform right there with and be one of the top children in Spanish. He doesn't have to wait to learn English to be part of the group. And we've seen great benefits with that, and it really does make it so all the children are really integrated in the school and they're friends with one another.
In fact, an important component of the program is interaction with other students.
The communication between the kids is really important, and we foster that in mathematics and science and in language arts because they are learning naturally in kids' words how to say things. And that to me is more important than what the teacher can tell them. They're going to remember how something is said because their partner is helping, and not only a word, it's also ways to phrase things.
If I don't know a word in Spanish, but I know in English, and say one of my friends sitting next to me does, I can just ask them, or if it's the other way around, they can ask me.
Important cultural lessons come naturally to Key School students.
Globalization has almost dictated the need for the United States, which has been a historically ethnocentric country, to broaden out and relate more to other countries around the world. And because of the influx of immigration, I think it's very important to have bilingual and bicultural citizens. And because these children are given that foundation at such a young age, they'll be able to fully participate in that kind of society. I think that makes them a more supportive global citizen. So I think not only in their careers, but as human beings, they'll understand other people better.
Cal's research at Key helps schools nationwide provide better language learning.
They've really had the time to study our program, and then the information we get back from Cal helps us improve what we're doing with children. They've trained some of the teachers to do research-based information gathering, and a few of my teachers have presented at different conferences, and their action research has really made other teachers get excited about really watching in the classroom and seeing how learning is going on and how language learning is taking place.
From the beginning, we're fostering knowledge of two cultures, two languages, that we're providing them with many tools to succeed as adults. I have contact with students that I've had in the past that are now maybe entering high school, and to know that they're communicating in two languages, that they have continued their love for Spanish and at the same time are very successful in English, and now they have plans to go on to college, and this is happening to both kids who come from English-speaking families and to Spanish-speaking families. It's just a great sense of accomplishment as a teacher to know that you've contributed a little bit maybe in that success.
We reply, balderdash, rubbish, nonsense.
Fourth grader Marvin Chinchilla comes from a Spanish-speaking home, but he is also fluent in English. Marvin's mom, Edna Chinchilla, is grateful that while Marvin is learning a new language, he also retains his native Spanish.
También, nosotros hablamos
We speak Spanish, and that's why I am so happy. I like this program because he won't lose his native language. He will move forward and learn English as well.
y aprendiendo el inglés.
Marvin sees it through the eyes of a 9-year-old.
I have like double the friends a Spanish, only a Spanish guy or only an English speaking guy would have.